From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this one out. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. Here's Herbert. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't. It's like that.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Herbert to the air again. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. That is Marcus Davenport in there for the sack. On 4th down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now, Goff. Got a man open. It's Patrick. And he will score. Tim Patrick. Touchdown, Lions. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And, Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Dobbins. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Now it's Herbert. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Carlton Davis there defensively to break that one up.
Well, at some point, if I'm this quarterback, I think I'm going to start testing somebody else in this secondary. I mean, he's already made his impact felt multiple times today, and it doesn't matter who they line up across from him. Right now, he is completely taking them out of the game.
On 3rd and long, it's Herbert. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've...
And here, 2nd and 10. Here's Dobbins. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Herbert. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Working free downfield. It is Williams. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
That's right side and brought in by Williams. To the goal line and in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the 1st quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Chargers offense headed back to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now it's Dobbins. And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as he gets this up to the 42.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Now, Herbert. He'll air one out for Palmer. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. Joshua Palmer. Touchdown Chargers. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense ready to take over possession of the football. They've raced out to a big lead as they look for a potential early knockout. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. Throwing on second down, Goff. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Now Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. That's a short one caught by Laporta. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. He's got it at the
by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Here's Bates for the extra point.
For being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
On first down, it's Goff. Working free downfield, it is Williams. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
That's right side and brought in by Williams. To the goal line and in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Chargers offense headed back to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now it's Dobbins. And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as he gets this up to the 42.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now Herbert. He'll air one out for Palmer. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. Joshua Palmer. Touchdown Chargers. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense ready to take over possession of the football. They've raced out to a big lead as they look for a potential early knockout. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Now Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. 2nd down and 8. That's a short one caught by Laporta. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. Just a short gain to the 33-yard line. 1 quarter in the books. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Goff. Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. Picked off by their rookie corner. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A run with Dobbins. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Zadarius Smith, the linebacker, in on the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. To the ground, he'll get it again. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll stay on the ground. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down. Herbert. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Carlton Davis.
Well, I think by now, Mike, we know where the biggest mismatch of this game has been. This defense is all over this passing game. Everywhere they look, they have defenders in the right spot. They've resulted now in 3 interceptions, all while forcing this offense to try to adjust their game plan on the fly.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Right back to Williams. They connect again. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal. He'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It almost seemed to me before the snap, Mike, that the quarterback was expecting man coverage, and then after the snap, the defense fell into zone, and it just completely mixed them up. You can see he's staring down his receiver, and frankly, I think he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Never a doubt on that sideline. The offense stays out, and they'll go for it on 4th and goal. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And he'll take this up, working towards the 1st down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the 1st down. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down. He's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
Herbert now on 1st down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Now Herbert throwing on 2nd down. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. From the gun, it's Herbert. This one finds McConkey. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Now a give up the middle. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. This one caught by DJ Chark. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Herbert now on first down. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. The throw on the run is complete.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. And the Lions are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Now a pass deep for St. Brown. He's got it. And he will score. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. Bates now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Lions add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. They'll begin here on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate. And that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Shotgun now for Herbert. He connects with Palmer on that one. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Herbert to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Now give on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the 1st half as he's closing in on 100 yards already. A run now on 2nd down. And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a 1st down. Here's Herbert. This one caught at the 4. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. The Lions call their 1st timeout. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now, Herbert. That is caught at the 3. Now, Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. They say no to the field goal opportunity before halftime. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Herbert. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Carlton Davis.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing here is Goff. That's over the middle, taken in by Laporta. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now, Goff. He'll go right back to Laporta. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 1st of their timeouts. Goff to throw on 1st down. Now, deep shot for Amon-Ra. That is brought in. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play. And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Chargers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And this has been a game to forget so far. You start to wonder, how long do you stay with a guy when he's thrown pick after pick after pick? It has been a long game at the quarterback position. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Ifeatu Melifonwu.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. A 2nd down throw for Goff. Quick slant taken in by Amon-Ra. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. Now it is 1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. Good blocking, and he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Here's Bates for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Lions stretch things out even further. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one. Through. First and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Now Herbert throwing on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Herbert now on 1st down. And more of the same. Another interception. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over there.
And he will drive his way into the end zone. Jared Goff. Touchdown, Lions. The offense staying put. They will go for 2. From the gun, it's Goff. And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful.
I don't mind the play call, but something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
On first down, Herbert. He's going to air this one out. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, what I'm seeing play out there right now, Mike, is just a frustrated offense playing on tilt. And on the other side of the ball, I'm seeing a defense that's happily taking advantage of these decisions. I mean, how else do you explain 3 consecutive drives that result in a pick? I mean, each mistake just feeds the next. It feeds frustration. And all at the same time, it's leading to questionable throws and easy picks.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3. That's caught by... League.
It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. Britton Covey going to bring it out of his end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Back to Gainwell here on second down. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it. Dancing to his left. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll try and throw for it here. Rolling to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the night's opening drive. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Complete to Austin here over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Fields. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
They start the drive here with Gainwell.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Hurts. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. They're going to try and throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Here's Hurts to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Fields. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They snap it to Fields. That's to his running back, complete. Touchdown! Najee Harris from 3 yards out. And the Steelers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
From the 23, here's the 2nd and 9. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Hurts. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. Back to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as the tackle is made right at the 25-yard line. Down to about the 23. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Milton Williams. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. That's strong running. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll set up to throw. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll let it fly for Austin. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin 65 yards. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw.
Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going deep for Brown.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Now it's Fields. That is incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 36.
A shotgun snap, Fields. That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Steelers had 6 to their lead.
Boswell for the extra point. And it's 21-3. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was finished off by a Najee Harris touchdown.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Escaping the pressure, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
Looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Quick slant here to Smith.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37.
Hurts.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception.
It got his man complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 42 yards.
Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Milton Williams in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Here's Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts.
An 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Hurts will throw.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
On the give, this is Harris.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
3rd down and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. To throw is Fields. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Back to throw, Fields.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. Boswell's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a two-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 24 now, here's second down and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin, his second touchdown of the night. And the Steelers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. We talked so often how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Rolling to his right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Back to throw here. And his throw here is incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll set up a throw. His throw incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Flushed out right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Calvin Austin, 67 yards. And the Steelers have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Back to throw now on first down. Well, it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Steelers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's caught downfield by Pickens.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Now Fields.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Fields now to throw.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, two-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this is going to wind up a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a two-score game.
And two, doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately, that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
And they'll accept that penalty. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down.
Austin is there and brings in another one. And he is going to have a Steeler first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth
from 3 yards out.
And the Steelers tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. Fields trying to throw for it.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. And it's incomplete. So now only 7 seconds remain. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because...
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
Oh, that is incomplete. The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And we're underway here in South Philly. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts.
If he's going to lead his team to a win, he has to be smart with his decision-making. The last thing you want to do is give the opposing team an extra possession solely because you got reckless with the ball. As long as he is calculated with those risks, I think they have a good chance today coming out on top.
Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They put Campbell in motion. to throw on second down is Hurts. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. That's 17 yards, and that's a first down. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Slot receiver headed right. Hurts looking to throw on first down. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. Picked off by Juju Brents.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Adonai Mitchell, the intended target. It's second down. Out of shotgun, Richardson. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up. From the gun, Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. And downfield, it is Downs with the catch. Richardson to throw it here on first down. The open man is the tight end, Granson. Second down and 8. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. What can they do here on third down and 7? He's got his tight end, Granson. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. And he'll get this inside the 10, but not much further than that. A second down throw for Richardson. He'll check this one down to Taylor. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Here's Richardson. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense going to take over now for the second time. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with first and 10. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it'll be second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. It is a big play for the Eagles. 37 yards. They put Campbell in motion. On first down, it's Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
That's a short one. Caught by Goddard. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Third and long. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as this defense can't come up with the play they need. They surrender a gain of 17 on fourth down. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's in the end zone and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Zaire Franklin. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Now Richardson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. To throw, it's Richardson. He's going to try it here again. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Looking to throw. Richardson. He's going to look downfield once again.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
On second down, Richardson. Quick hitting slant there. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line. Have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. So, first and 10 here now at the 38. Strong running there. Pushing his way forward to gain a couple. Now Jalen Hurts on second down. He's got his man Brown. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Hurts looking to throw on first down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And that will lead to a second down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. To the air again. Hurts. Short throw taken in by Goddard. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he'll bring this inside the 15. And that's good enough for the first down. Once again, it's Barkley. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Now an opening past the 30. The Colts offense. First and 10. Now Richardson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. And that is incomplete.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to just air it out.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Hurts to the air on first down. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air.
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you're just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Richardson to throw. He's got it at about the 8. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. To the end zone. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Backed up to his own goal line, Hurts.